of the United States of America, and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Board Member Alba?
Here.
Board Member DeSantis?
Here.
Board Member Malloy?
Here.
Board Member Swords?
Here.
Supervisor School?
Here. Entertain a motion for the approval of the previous town board meeting minutes.
I'll make that motion. Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Motion carries. Supervisor's financial report. July 2017, Time Warner fees, $16,436.89. Police fees, $30. Ambulance fees, $20,255.18. Town clerk, $271.38. Cell tower, $945.28. Justice fees, $8,383. Planning fees, $400. Building permit fees, $3,137. Dog licenses, $89. Pine Hill water rents, $3,000. Phoenicia water rents, $10,369. Insurance refunds, $607.20. Summer rec funds received, $1,210. Healthcare reimbursement, $137.52. Recreation baseball uniforms, $1,300. Recreation Shandaken Day, $240. Highway, $11,085.21. Insurance payment for repair of tours, $3,570 for a total of $81,466.66. Communications. Month of August 2017. Lawsuit. Last month, the town received papers regarding a claim against our assessment of the value of the Emerson complex from Catskill Development Holdings, LLC, and Fort Shandaken Associates. They have in the past been involved in a pilot or payment in lieu of taxes program through the county. Last year was their last under the program, and this year would have been their first operating under full assessment. They feel they're being overassessed. This is not unfamiliar territory for us, as we have faced these challenges before and have either settled with the plaintiff on evaluation or received a judgment in our favor. Due to the nature of the assessment challenge regarding the large commercial structure of the town, as it has in the past, is hiring an attorney, Vanderwater and Vanderwater LLP, specializing in these cases to assist us in negotiating with the plaintiff or helping us defend ourselves in the case the complaint goes to court. Either way, the chair of the assessment board, Peter DeMonica, feels confident in his department's assessment and is readily prepared to enter into discussions with the complainants to defend their decisions. We have a resolution tonight to enter into agreement with the law firm. Other resolutions. We have a resolution to promote one of our ambulance drivers to EMT following passing their certification exams through New York State. Therese Serac has been a driver for our ambulance department for some time, and according to Chief Whalen, will be an asset to us in the EMT ranks. She will be full-time, receiving a wage of $10.70 per hour, which is just $1 over the New York State minimum wage. We are also hoping to have some bids for the basement door replacement for the building on Ave Maria Drive, but if no bids are received, then I will directly contact a number of contractors to get this job accomplished. Shandaken Sewer. We had a meeting 2 weeks ago regarding the progress on a possible septic maintenance district to be established in the hamlet of Shandaken. The district will be under consideration by the town board, which is united in stating that any final decision will be made by the property owners in the proposed district. In the presentation, it was disclosed that a few parcels would have to be purchased by the district from a $6.7 million fund established by CWC for the district. The same funds would be utilized to replace a failing septic in the district at no charge to the landowner, as long as the fund continues to exist. It was also explained that if constructed, there would be enough funds to replace each parcel's septic as many as 3 times without adding funding. Although, in talking with a few landowners last week, the parcels indicated for purchase may not be available for use, so I've asked the engineers to investigate other options. Voice Fest. I'd like to again congratulate the organizers of the Phoenicia International Festival of the Voice. This year's event, from all involved, was an absolute success, and from reports, the Saturday evening performance filled the parish field like never before in Phoenicia, as well as a number of other businesses in town reported business from the event attendees. Congratulations to Maria Tadaro, Louis Ote, Barbara Cole, Pat Wayne, and the countless volunteers and interns who helped organize this year's event. As always, we look forward to next year's event. Again, I'd like to give them a round of applause. It was a great event. And next we have Pine Hill. Pine Hill resident Barbara Hagstrom has helped to establish the Pine Hill High Mount Beautification Committee. She's been working for years in the gardens around Pine Hill, but has now reached to others in an effort to coordinate some of the efforts. Recently, she employed the help of Rich and Bob Savicul, also from Pine Hill, to do some much-needed repairs to the main entrance sign. The Saviculs donated their time and the material for the posts and roof on the sign. We owe them a thank you. So again, I'd like to thank you for Rich and Bob Savicul for going and donating their time and roofing material and wood and everything. If you're interested in assisting with the beautification efforts in Pine Hill and High Mount, you can contact Barbara at barbarahagstrom@aol.com. That would be BARBARAHAGSTRON@AOL.com. Or if you wish to donate, please contact the Pine Hill Community Center. We also have a meeting of the Pine Hill 2020 group upcoming at the Pine Hill Arms on Main Street on Tuesday the 22nd at 6:30 p.m. All Pine Hill residents and business owners are welcome to attend. We'd also like to welcome Daniel and Vula Hellmeyer to Pine Hill as the new owner-operators of Pine Hill Arms, whose restaurant recently reopened, and we wish them the best of luck. Our next regular meeting is scheduled for Monday, September 11th, 2017 at 7 p.m. That is all I have, Julie. Does anybody else?
This Saturday, the 12th of August, the Repair Cafe will be at the Parish Hall, St. Francis de Sales Parish Hall, from 11 to 3. And they'll fix anything from bicycles to boots, even. I've seen brought in there. And it's all volunteer. It's a great thing.
Do they charge?
No, it's all donation.
Okay. Oh, donation, okay. That's good. Everybody should send me a picture of the poster.
Okay, so don't be concerned, but I have a whole page of events. You thought July was bad. August is crazy with events. So if I speak too fast, everything's on our Facebook page, our website, and Ellen's going to put it on channel 23 tonight. So, in the order of when they're happening, the annual coin shoot rally hunt for metal detectorists is August 11th, 12th, and 13th in Big Indian. It's a fundraiser for the Shandaken Museum. They have over 15 sites to explore. And the barbecue is at Big Indian Park on Saturday. For more info, contact John Michelotti at Michelotti@AOL.com. That's MICHELOTT@AOL.com. There's going to be a pottery making class for adults and kids. It's going to be 2 separate classes at the Phoenicia Library on Saturday, August 12th. Call the library at 688-7811 to register. The annual barbecue at the Phoenicia Firehouse is Saturday, August 12th at 1 p.m. The motorcycle and car poker run Saturday, August 12th, the American Legion Post. Call them for info, 688-2950. Flying Cat Music Concert is at the Empire State Museum, also on August 12th. We better get extra parking in town. 7 p.m., call 688-9453. Mount Tremper Arts has a performance on Saturday, August 12th at 8 p.m. The Power of Emotion, The Apartment, with live musical score. Call 688-9893 for tickets. Yoga Mala is a fundraiser for the Phoenicia Playhouse, Saturday, August 12th at the Playhouse at 8 p.m. Computer Coding Camp is at the Phoenicia Library, August 14th, 15th, and 16th from 9:30 to 12:30. Call the register. If you don't know their number by now, it's 7811. Shandaken Day is Saturday, August 19th, Big Indian Park, 10 to 6 p.m. Barbecue fundraiser for to save the rails at Shandaken Firehouse is 1 to 10 p.m. Also on August 19th, they're going to have live music. Pizza party at the Phoenicia Library, summer reading, raffle drawing, and awards. Friday, August 25th, 5 p.m. 7811. Picnic dinner at Phoenicia United Methodist Church, Tuesday, August 29th, 5 to 7 p.m. Barbecue chicken or pulled pork and fixins. Takeout available. Last one, monthly dinner fundraisers at the Phoenicia Fish and Game, the first Wednesday of every month. We won't have a meeting that first week, so I'm telling you now. The next one is on September 6th. And that's it. Yes.
Thank you. With that, we'll move on to is the gentleman from the U.S. Postal Service here. Okay, so there's some confusion, I shall say, about the Chichester Post Office and the future of it. It's from our understanding that there was some concern that the current property owners of the Chichester Post Office were not willing to continue its operation and that they were looking for a building. From other reports we're getting, that is not the case at all. And quite honestly, those current owners are now trying to get in touch with USPS to tell them, yes, we want to keep the post office here in Chichester. So, and believe me, the town is behind this 100%. We've done it in the past with other post offices and stating we'd like to keep them there. Again, we know from the past, we lose the post office and the hamlet slowly goes and the identity gets lost. So I know a couple people here are here about that tonight, and I just want to try to alleviate some of those concerns, and the fact that the representative from U.S. Post Office didn't show up now maybe speaks volumes as to maybe they did find a resolution to this.
Yeah, I told him last week, he said he was coming.
He said he was coming, and he asked us to put time, and we put him on the agenda, and he's here. So.
Let's like the mail. The mail's a little late. Maybe it's just a little late.
Sleet, rain, and dark of night will never hold a courier from his duties. But, so again, I'm sorry to folks if you came out, but welcome to join us at this town board meeting, but it sounds like this is kind of semi-resolved at this point, and we'll look into it further. Again, we're getting details daily on this. Next, we'll go right to committee reports. Chief Whalen? No, it is not Rick's report yet. Sit back down. Your turn. You're at the end of the meeting. Comic relief at the end.
Good evening, everyone. July 2017 report for the ambulance. Total calls received is actually 35. Mutual aid given was 2, mutual aid received was 1. As summer hits its midway point, I'm hoping everyone has been enjoying and taking in all that the town has to offer. I'd also like to remind everyone that the ambulance is always ready to answer any calls for service. I need to remind everyone that if you have an emergency, to call 911 and not the numbers that are listed in the phone books. This also goes for all the fire departments and police departments that service the town. This way everyone gets the speedy service that as an agency strive to supply the town and everyone in it. Now, on a positive note, as Supervisor Stanley had mentioned before, there's a resolution tonight to make Therese a full-time EMT. This position will fill a vacancy from earlier in the year. Therese has been with the ambulance since later 2016 as a driver and completed her New York State EMT class this past June. She's also been working hard the past couple weeks, getting everything she needs to be cleared as a full EMT with the ambulance. And as always, I'd like to wish everyone a safe and happy month and enjoy the summer while it lasts.
Thank you. I'd also like, I've heard, again, stories around town about response times. Know that the ambulance, as well as police, they've had difficulty with communications, and that is a county-wide, it's a county issue in our area about communication between antennas here in the area. But I know Chief Whalen and Chief Story have been working with the county and Steve Peterson to try to rectify that situation as best they can. So. Next, something new. We're adding Warren Tutt, our building inspector, code enforcement officer, will be giving a report. We do this in other towns where it's just a simple report telling us of his activity during the month, and he's great. Warren.
So, our department received 168 calls in July. Of those 168, 45 related to building, 37 to zoning, and 7 to floodplain, which resulted in 17 building permits, 1 demolition permit, 6 floodplain permits, 4 certificates of occupancy, 4 certificates of compliance, 53 building inspections, and 11 fire inspections. That was that.
Thank you very much. Next, we have police. No, Chad's not here. We don't have a police report. We never received it via email, so we'll update you next month, I guess. So, Phoenicia Water. Al first, Rick.
No, I have
So,
other things.
I know.
Rick has a list this long, so he's gonna beat you up pretty bad.
Yeah.
Things are running pretty smoothly, according to what Rick has to say, and there's more than adequate water, so we're in pretty good shape. There are a lot of shut-off valves that are gonna need to be replaced throughout the system as a result of the audit, and so that's gonna be a significant expense. I don't, Rick could probably figure that out a little bit, but
Are they leaking or are they just stuck?
Some of them are MIA,
Bank broken.
they're broken, you know, the tops are broken off, just,
You're talking about the curb stops?
yeah, the curbs.
Yeah. Snow plow too.
Yeah.
And a lot of them were buried, they, you know, we couldn't locate them without a metal detector. So, but Candace has a whole list of them, and I'm sure she'll be in touch. Thanks. Next meeting on the 16th, 6:30 in the library.
Thank you.
Thanks a lot.
Up next, we have Pine Hill Water. Here. Museum. Oh, Mary Lou, you're here from museum?
The museum for the month of July, we had over 40 visitors. The Northeasters is a metal detector group. They're going to be coming again, and they'll be going to several properties. They usually check out the properties, and when they find things, they share it with us, and they give a nice donation to the museum. Kathleen's having a lot of problems with a lot of the people that she's calling, asking if the metal detector group can go there. They're not returning her calls. She even goes as far as going to their houses or the properties, and she's just having a very hard response in a lot of the places in the town of Shandaken. So if anybody knows anybody where they might be able to go, it would be appreciated if you share it with the museum or with Joyce, and she can share it with us. She even called the Ontario School to try to get permission for the Phoenicia Elementary School. It's the site of the old Kincaid House. Go to Colonial Inn, Steve said no. The Cold Springs said no. Good news, Naomi Unhey gave permission for the old Villa Venera property, and received a yes from Karen Quartzel for Camp Gulliver. She called Woodland Valley, but the metal detectors can't go on some of the properties in the campsites. On August 11th, I'm bringing my Native American group. We're going to have a program for the children's camp in Pine Hill on Three Sisters, which is the corn, beans, and squash. I'm going to share, we have a garden there that we planted a couple of months ago, and we're going to share all about the Three Sisters and tell some stories and give the kids some handouts. And they'll get a tour of the museum. And Cool Camp has anywhere from 15 to 22 kids in the Pine Hill Community Center. You know, so they have a really, really great program, as Robert knows, his daughter goes. Let me see.
The Phoenicia school said no?
Excuse me?
Is that what you said? The Phoenicia school said no for the metal detector?
Yeah. Richard Desarius has been painting the trifolds for us. He does a lot of volunteer work in the summertime. He's a summer resident, so he's helping us. We have a lot of maintenance and things to do in the museum. Anybody wants to help us, volunteer to do anything, we really would appreciate it because we're really short on volunteers. Director Richard, he's having some health problems, so he's not with us at this point. August 26th, it's going to be closed. Kathleen has a brother getting married. So she continues to do geology researches for many, many families. A lot of people have reached out to her, and every day she gets calls, several calls. She's doing lots and lots of research for a lot of people. And the museum is a great resource for everyone in this town. So go and visit it. Bring your family there and realize your family's roots can be right there in that little museum. So thank you.
Thank you.
Can I say something about metal?
That,
Sure. When I repaired my porch, they dug and they found cannonball, very small shards of metal. So important things could turn up.
oh yeah, absolutely.
Oh, yeah.
Absolutely.
And they're antique.
Are you offering your property?
I don't know, maybe. But
All right,
they're
then
antique.
John will talk to you afterwards. He's sitting right over there. So.
And I don't know if it would be appropriate as a site, but maybe the Catskill Interpretive Center.
Near the fort.
Yeah. So I'd be
Is
happy
that
to
state
talk
property?
to the board.
Yep.
Yeah.
Is it
But
state?
it's owned by the Catskill Center and leased to the state. So the Catskill Center would have to give permission, but I
Right.
think they would be agreeable. It sounds like a very appropriate activity.
Maybe we can talk there.
There used to be Winnie Farm down there too, right?
Yeah, then there's
There used to be the farm.
there's a cemetery on site.
Yeah.
I think it could be
Yeah.
a good way to get people coming to the site who might not otherwise know it.
Yes.
It's 100 acres.
Yeah, okay, we'll come back to it then. Recreation, Marty.
We're given instructions how to use this properly. Parks have been busy, quite a bit of rentals and events planned. Of course, Shandaken is coming up in Big Indian Park, and the metal detectors have a picnic there on Saturday of that weekend before Big Indian Day. Our next regular meeting is on the 16th of August, that's a Wednesday, 3 p.m. here at Town Hall. Things are working well.
Thank you, Marty. And then we have Shandaken Day, Gina?
So Shandaken Day is coming. August 19th, 10 o'clock. We have a lot of things going on. We have the giveaways, we have live music all day, we have the second annual Human Foosball Tournament. Zumba, the kids games, of course. This year's sponsors are Keegan Ales, Full Moon, and the Community Bank. And this year's Hamlet Heroes, representing the town of Pine Hill, Hamlet Pine Hill.
I was about to throw a peg.
Or Robert and Valerie Knappel. And our pride of Shandaken this year is Jimmy McGrath. And anyone interested in being a vendor, it's not too late. See Joyce, she has the vendor forms, and hope to see everybody there.
When's the insert due out in the field?
The insert is the Thursday, so the 17th.
Thank you.
Yep.
I guess the gentlemen from the United States Postal Service are here to discuss. We had you on the agenda. We thought you weren't showing up, but I'll give you a few minutes right now. Again, from what we are understanding, there's been some kind of confusion as to whether the post office remains in Chichester or not. And from what we're hearing from the current owners, they are more than willing to lease that, continue service of the post office there.
That is correct. Apologize for being late. We're stuck in traffic in Albany. But yes, we basically have come up here to just kind of let everybody know. Obviously, we started up our community contact process, via the postal service. However, we've got some information to where ownership did change at the Chichester Post Office, and we're in negotiations right now to extend that lease for at least 5 years. So therefore, we probably, if everything goes okay, with getting that lease executed, then we won't have to go out and find a new location. So that'll be very beneficial to the community because, like I said, we took a look a couple of weeks ago, and there's not too many other places to go in that area. And then you've got the yoga studio right there, and it's a good location. It's a good spot. So we're really pleased to hear that we weren't going to be, the lease wasn't going to be terminated on us due to the new ownership. And I did speak with the landlord the other day, and we're in those negotiations as we speak.
Very good.
Yeah. So basically, usually in our standard community process, we have a 30-day comment period. If we needed to go out and find space, then we let the community bring forth offers and private owners for us to take a look and see where would be a good place for us to set up our operation. In this instance, that situation has changed due to the ownership change, and also now we're possibly going to be able to enter into a long-term lease. I'll just have the 30-day comment period just to kind of hold it. We need to extend it while those negotiations are going on until we have a fully executed lease before I can basically kind of terminate the project, because it's a conceptual project in hand to go out and find new space. And then we'll officially kind of close the book on it and move on about our business and keep everything like it is in Chichester. So that's pretty much our plan right now, and we just wanted to stop by and just have a brief conversation, let everybody know, because I know there were some questions, and that's basically where we're at this point. So if anybody has any questions, I'll be more than happy to.
Is that a standard of 5 years? Is that standard, or is it usually longer than that?
Usually initially it'll be 5 years, but more likely we'll have like an option to exercise a 5 or 2 5-year terms. So it could go all the way to 15 years without really any changes associated with the lease, unless the landlord or the postal service want to change something. But for the most part, everything will be good for at least 15 years, which is good. because initially, we thought the lease was going to be terminated as of 1/14 of 2018. And so we were kind of scrambling to be like, okay, we're going to have to find a new space, given the challenges of being in kind of a mountainous area. There's not a whole lot of places for us to go. So it's definitely good news for the town.
Is there any other ones coming up for any problem with any other ones in the town of Shandaken, like Mount Tremper or
Not that I
Nisha?
know of.
Or, yeah, okay.
Yeah, not that I know of at this time.
Right.
We've got other projects in the area, of course, but
Right.
I haven't specific to those towns, not yet. Hopefully not.
Okay.
Yeah.
So there shouldn't be any closing at all, it should just run smoothly then?
That's correct. Yeah, the ownership took over, and there was a change of ownership, and then they called us and said, hey, look, we want you to stay. And so we're like, great. Because like I say, it is a good location. It's got a good access. It's got everything we need. And so it's good news for everybody in that context. Yeah.
Good.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Okay, public comment on resolutions? John?
What's a standard operating procedure when you go into a park and you find somebody left or some group left, garbage bags full of stuff and they're all over the place?
Okay,
Do we call town hall?
I will address that when we get to open public comment. Right now, I'm looking for comments and resolutions. Pretty much hold that line, so. But we will come back. Any comments and resolutions? Yeah, let's go to resolutions.
I'd like to make a motion to go into executive session after our
Well,
regular meeting.
let's go to executive session after we're done with our business, because then
Yeah,
we don't have to hold everybody here if they're here for.
Yeah, that's what I meant.
Okay.
Okay, we're gonna